and welcome back to the dev server. This is the second installment of update 1.77 on the dev server. And again, just so we're all clear, this is the dev server. Things are liable to change like they already have. So we're going to go through some of the changes with the armor for the new tank. So we have, or I have in front of me, the changes that Gaijin have implemented. It says here, the armor detail on the M1, Challenger, Leo 2K and T64 have been improved. I've made some notes on this just so I'm not tripping over my words and not remembering what they were before. So let's have a look. The bottom glacis here, the lower glacis, has lost 50 millimeters of chemical energy munitions protection. So this was at 650, it is now at 600. Believe it's the same for this. It's got 650 on this side against flat sort of hits, but at plus 25, negative 25, it says 600. I'm not sure what they've done here because that's slightly changed. It looked like that last time and now it looks like that. So if you know what that is, please let me know underneath in the description, in the comments. So on the side here as well, we have lost 90 millimeters of side armor against kinetic energy weapons. So that was around 200 odd. It has now been decreased to 160. This is only going to be a short video as well, guys, just going over the new armor values as well as everything else. I don't think hang on, let's have a look at my notes from the dev server. Did they increase the armor piercing shells? Armor piercing value of OCCF1 105mm shell has been increased by 400. So what shell is that? What shell is that? Is it this one? No, that was already there. This one? No idea. Guys, again, I will put a link to this in the description below, but you can let me know which one that is talking about. Armor piercing value of OCCF1 105mm. So it's got to be one of those shells that's had an increase in its penetration. Let's go on to the Leo 2K. Now if you guys remember, this didn't have much armor to begin with, and it really still doesn't have much armor. The only thing that they have increased is this. This was at about 170 millimeters underneath here. They've increased it by 80 millimeters to 250 millimeters on the chemical energy munitions. That is the only change to the Leo 2K. Your driver, ammunition, fuel tanks are all incredibly vulnerable right here with no composite armor to help them out. No changes to the shells for that tank. T64B, this has had some changes to its armor as well. I'm not sure if you guys will agree or not. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. So on the front plate, the upper glacis, we have lost 40 millimeters of kinetic energy munitions. So this was at 480, is now at 440. However, chemical energy munitions have been increased by 40 millimeters on the upper glacis. As you can see, it's now 500, not 480. The turret kinetic energy weapons have been increased by 40 millimeters. It was at 400, it is now at 440. And chemical energy weapons has been increased by 50 millimeters. So that is up to 500 millimeters against chemical weapons. So you're going to have to be very careful where you shoot at this tank. However, again, the sides and the back are very vulnerable on this tank, so you shouldn't have much problem going through the sides, just if you come head on with this tank. On to the Chieftain, fuck's sake, the Challenger, god damn it. So the upper glacis hasn't had any changes. It's still 400 against kinetic energy and 600 against chemical. However, there have been changes on the turret. So we have an increase of 70 millimeters against kinetic energy munitions, and an increase of 100mm against chemical weapons, which is good news for this. However, there's still no protection on the lower glaciers. I was hoping they might add ERA, because that's what the British Army did do. They had it added ERA to the outside of the lower glaciers to give some protection against the driver being hurt and the ammunition stores being hit, but they haven't done that. So you just have to go hold down, just kind of using it like a Chieftain Mark 10, even though it's a completely separate tank and a completely separate entity. Looking at the new shell, we have the L23A1, which is the new shell added, which has some pretty decent penetration. However, again, it's going to struggle to go through the T-64B with its increase of armour. So lower glacis, guys, lower glacis. But what has annoyed me again is we still have a stock APDS shell, even though it has been clearly stated from numerous sources, and it's well known that the Challenger never used APDS. This shell was actually taken out of service a long time before the Challenger was introduced into the British Army. So this, hopefully by the time the game goes live, the update goes live 1.77, these will be removed, and we should hopefully, fingers crossed, have a stock APFSDS shell. But I'm not sure if they're going to do that or not. Just have to keep an eye, get onto the forums, ask them what's going on, and see if you can find out. So guys, that's it for the moment. I am going to be trying to get some extra footage with the Challenger, try and grind out the 2K, the T-64B and the Abrams, just to give you guys some footage of them in game. So then, until next time guys, I will see you soon and have fun.